What I'm about to show you is my most simplistic productivity hack that once you apply, you will be astounded that you ever lived without it. Some people that have used this, just like this one tool that I'm going to show you, has told me that it has reduced their overwhelm by 40 or 50% during the day. And it's making something that you use every day way more efficient, because in the tools that we use for our businesses, our computer, our keyboards, our monitors, our mouse, we're familiar with all of these things, but we don't quite use them the right way. So have you ever been in a meeting and someone says, oh yeah, can you pull up that document? And you're like, oh sure. Oh, hold on one second. Oh, where's that? Oh, it's, yeah. Oh, no, it's not there. Hold up. Okay, here it is. And then they share their screen with you. That time is a little bit of fat on your day that's happening constantly and consistently, day after day. I remember I was on a call with a client and I asked them to pull up a document where I asked them to pull up a website where I could see one of their competitors. And they're like, oh yeah, I've got that saved. And they went in and they were clicking and clicking and clicking, and I was counting how many times that they were just clicking their mouse. I was listening, watching them scan, hearing all the clicks. And about 3.5 minutes later, and 54 clicks later, this person found the file. Now, being in countless meetings and being in presentations and trying to execute your marketing, your sales, your operations, your delivery, and all the other personal things that you have going on, we spend so much time looking for stuff. And not only is it time, but it's also the energy that it takes to find that, the confusion in your mind. And so when I watched this person for 3.5 minutes look for a file, it really didn't seem that unreasonable. And I realized, after screen sharing and coaching hundreds and hundreds of entrepreneurs, I realized that this is a problem that nobody even notices. Too many clicks to find what you're looking for. And so if you are wasting 7 minutes a day looking for a file, typing in a password, looking for a Google document, looking for that one website that you knew that you usually go to, but you can't quite find it, and spend 7 minutes a day with this extra fat of clicking, what that accumulates to at the end of the year is 42 hours of clicking and looking for things. And so when you clean this up and you're able to find things seamlessly in 1 or 2 clicks, you end up saving that 7 minutes a day. And at the end of the year, you can take an extra week off and still get everything done that you would have gotten done without making your mouse and your clicks more efficient. And so what I'm going to show you is how I play my workspace like an instrument. The reason that the imagine that you were playing it's like when you watch a musician be able to, play the guitar, play solos, and sing and interact with the band with no impedance between what they're trying to do on the instrument and the sound that comes out. That's the way that you want to feel on your computer. You want to feel like you have mastered this tool and everything is smooth and easy and is exactly where it needs to be. Because when everything is exactly where it needs to be and you can access it quickly, then there's no impedance between what it is that you're looking to do and the result that you're looking to get. I want to find this page. I want to find this note. I want to find this link. And when you're able to do that, it makes work so much more enjoyable. Imagine playing a video game and pressing a button, and it took 3 or 4 or sometimes 10 clicks of the button to get the response that you want. How frustrating that would be. The reason the video games are so fun is because it is a reliable system of clicks and response. There's no impedance between the click and the video game doing what you want, so you can play it seamlessly. You can become one with the game. And I'm assuming you are working more than you're playing video games, so why would you not want your space to be as elegant and simple and as reliable as that? So I'm going to show you a really simple tool that I guarantee that you have, that's absolutely free, that you're totally underutilizing in order to help save those 7 minutes a day and take an extra week off at the end of the year. Paid, by the way. And it's right here in the bookmark bar. The bookmark bar is the dashboard for your browser. I once tried to use programs like Shift and other ones like that, where they kind of try to contain all the applications that you use into one program, and I found it to be frustrating. I found it to be slow. I found it to be limiting in the apps that were available to it, and it wasn't very agile. And like I said, it was very slow and it was expensive. And after months of trying to work with this company to help the efficiency of all of my team members, I said, you know what, forget it. I'm just going to build something better, simpler, more elegant, and more agile. So if you take a look at the bookmark bar, there's two main sources of links that you can create. You've got the bookmark bar right here, and then you've got the folder of other bookmarks right here. Now, what you want to put at the bookmark bar up top are all of the applications, links, pages, and platforms that you access on a regular basis. So if you're accessing a application or even a file more than once a week, you want to make sure that it's in this bookmark bar. Now, there are a few fundamental things that you need in the bookmark bar, and then I'm going to show you how to customize it from there. The first thing is the calendar. Calendar is the boss. It's the thing that runs your entire life. So you should have a single click to be able to get to your calendar. Next is your workflow system. This is your project management system where you track all of the tasks that are required in your business. I suggest you use ClickUp. If you don't use ClickUp, I will leave a link for you to register. It is by and far better than everything. Next is your email, and then you've got Slack. So whatever central communication system that you use for your company, you want that here fourth. Next is your Google Drive for obvious reasons. Make sure you can access your files quickly. And then I have Boxer, which is another communication channel that my company uses. You might use WhatsApp, you might use Discord, but be sure that you have it here. So now, in order to see what I got to do today, in order to plan my projects, in order to check my emails, in order to communicate with my team, get my files, and have conversations, I've got that all right in the front. Next, I've got the Zoom folder. In this folder, I've got the Zoom dashboard, but I also have my personal link. Anytime that I want to have a call with someone, I just right-click here, I copy it, and I give them the link so they can get on a Zoom call with me right away. And I also have a team link whenever I get on with my team. We all have this in our bookmarks, so everybody knows where to go. There's one single link and nothing else. And then I've got my recorded Zoom calls. All the Zoom calls from clients and different classes that I've done all go into this file folder. Next, I've got operations, where I keep my finances and my KPIs. In marketing, I've got my brainstorm document right here, all my testimonials and all the copy assets. Next, I have my level up class. This is my mastermind, and this is our Facebook group, our messenger, our onboarding, and links for people to be able to enroll. Then Flow State is my program, is my course, and I've got all of the Facebook, the program, the back end of the program, so I can add new trainings in there really quickly. The sales page, the purchase page, the folder, the videos that go inside that, and then to join our Facebook group and to have people qualify to apply for Level Up here. workflow workshops, a masterclass that I have. I've got all of the links associated to that as well. MGI is my management company. They run my Facebook ads. They build all of my funnels. And so here is their Facebook group. This is their program. This is where I upload files. And here's where I see the content that they produce. And next is support calls. Anyone that's outside my team that I want to make a call with at any point in time, I don't have to reach out to them and say, hey, you want to meet this week? Yeah, okay, I've got Thursday, 2 o'clock my time, which I think is noon your time, or I've got a Friday at 10 my time, which is 8 your time. Wait, is it 2 hours? 8? Yeah, 8 your time, or a 2 o'clock. Like right there, you could be using your 7 minutes of just extra fat of doing things. When I want to make a call with Jason, I just click here, his calendar pops up, click, it's set for the week. I don't got to think about it. Now, what you put up here is going to be unique to you. It's more so the method that I want to show you of how many clicks does it take for you to get to the assets that you're trying to reach. I will go sometimes a week without ever typing anything into this bar here, because each click of the keyboard is another stroke. Like, clicks matter. Don't do anything in 3 clicks that you can do in 2. Don't do anything in 2 clicks that you can do in 1. So this is a living, breathing thing, because as your business changes, as your life changes, as your responsibilities change, you're going to have different bookmarks that you are going to be using throughout time. Next is the other bookmarks. Here is where I put all of the applications of that run the business. So everything from our Facebook ads to ad events to Amazon and Anchor, they're all here in alphabetical order. So I know exactly where to find them. So if you notice, these applications here are things that I visit every day, multiple times a day. But I don't go to G Suite every day. I don't go to Infusionsoft every day. I don't look in our Loom Vault every day. So you keep them on the right-hand side here, so you have easy access to all the applications that run your company. And then underneath here, I've got folders. This is another company that I manage. This is a list of my competition. I've got a folder here for free offers where I've got some here for free offers where anything that I see that I like and I download, I keep them here. Facebook is all the Facebook groups. Courses are all the courses that I've purchased. So I've got easy access. I don't have to go into my email, search for the registration email that you got when you sign up for the course, then I have to do a password reset. It's all here in one place. And next, I've got some links for a company that I partner in, meditation, sales, and some other masterminds that I'm in as well. So you want to set this up for yourself, and I'm going to give you a template for it and show you how to upload these bookmarks into your existing Google Chrome account. All right, so go to your existing Google Chrome. If you're not using Google Chrome, you should. Safari, Firefox, they suck. Google has the best integrations, and since it's like the main hub of what most technologies operate best on, it's best to use that platform, or easiest. All right, so I'm sure you've got plenty of bookmarks up here. If you don't see your bookmark bar up here, all you need to do is click bookmarks here. So click bookmarks here, or pardon me, view, and always show bookmark bar. When it's not there, it should be going away. Anyways, always show bookmark bar. I don't know why it didn't disappear, but it usually does. And okay, so you've got all of your bookmarks here. I know that these are important to you. This might be very difficult for you if you're a digital hoarder, which a lot of you are, and that's okay. Like, we're here to solve that. This is gonna feel refreshing. I've seen people have up to 15,000 bookmarks, and like 4,000 bookmarks on the bar. And it took like 30 minutes to talk them to talk them into it. It was literally like trying to talk someone into bungee jumping that's afraid of heights. It was brutal. All right, so so what you want to do is you want to go into bookmarks and go into bookmark manager. All right, so in here you're going to close this out, and you are going to make a new folder in the bookmark bar. Or actually, let's make it here in other bookmarks here. And you are going to right click and add a new folder, and you're going to write archive in all caps. Now what you do is you go into your bookmark bar, you highlight everything, you drag it into archive. Go into other bookmarks, you highlight everything except for archive and drag it in the archive. You now have a cleaned out bookmarks, fresh, ready to go. Next, you do the import. I provided you a file to import your bookmarks, and click on the file that I've given you. And then, as you can see, there are all of the bookmarks up here: calendar, workflow, email, Drive, Voxer, Zoom. So you've got to be sure that you are signed into all of these things. Let me show you how to clean this up a little bit here. So we've got these imported, and imported one. Let's see if the importer has the same stuff in it. Okay, so this looks like an empty file. All right, so we're gonna make sure. All right, empty. We're gonna clean this up. Do it once, or touch it once, do it right, never touch it again. Take your time to go through this. The more pristine this is, the better. And it's going to get way more granular than this. This might take you an hour or so to do, but the investment is so much. 42 hours a year. So, imported one is all of the other bookmarks that you had in imported one is all of the other bookmarks that you want to put in for this template. And you drag these into other bookmarks. Now this imported one file is empty, and we delete it. You can drag these. The folders go in alphabetical order. So next, when you look into other bookmarks, you can see all of your archive stuff here, and all of the other applications that my businesses use and that I gave you as a template in all these folders. So the next part is to remove everything that you don't use. So start at the bookmark bar up top here. If you don't use Voxer, then right click and delete Voxer. And if you don't use Slack, right click and use Slack. And be sure to add any of the communications on there, the communication platforms or platforms that you use every day. If you notice that there is no Facebook here, and even in here, it goes straight to Level Up, goes right to my Level Up Facebook group. There's no personal Facebook here. I actually type that in to go there. I just go there to like distract myself, right? So you want to make it harder to distract yourself. So go ahead and delete everything that you don't need from here, and also in the other bookmarks. So you go to this side here. If you don't use these technologies, then okay. Next, what you want to do is you want to go into your archive, and you want to find the bookmarks that are relevant and place them in the appropriate places. If you use them on a daily basis, put them up top. If you use them if they're just technologies, or you want to create a new file folder here for different types of organization, then go right ahead. So this way you are taking what the framework that I've given you, remove what you don't have, or add all of the only necessary things that you have in your archive, and then just leave the other ones alone. Leave all of them in there. So now, when you're, let's talk about like adding different bookmarks, because this is important. So if we go to Facebook, I don't know if I'm actually logged in on this one. No, I'm not. So we're just going to email her. All right. So we're in our email. We're doing a search. We're looking up coaching programs. If I can spell. All right. So let's say you want to save this page just for some like particular reason. And so it doesn't really fit anywhere. So all you want to do is drag it over here, put it in archive, and then that's where you go to save all like the random stuff or the stuff that you don't want to organize right away. Because when you put something into the bookmark bar, you're going to see that it's labeled coaching for everything, learning better. What you want to do is you want to go into edit and choose a simple name for this. The whole point of this bookmark training is to create a dashboard that's like an iPhone. iPhones have simple one-word, two-word labels that you know exactly what it is. So I would name this Better Up. And now let's say that's an app that I use. Okay, now I've got Better Up in here. So let's say I want to go to my Facebook ads. And I wanted to start learning how to do Facebook ads. Again, you take the lock, you drag it, you bring it into here. When you bring it into other bookmarks or other bookmarks, it goes straight to the bottom. That's where you'll find it. And then you're going to edit it and call it something Facebook ad course. It's even a little bit long. And then you drag it to where it belongs. So, like I said, touch it once, do it right, never touch it again. As you are in your workflow and you are noticing yourself clicking a lot to find something, or you find yourself going to like the same document over and over again, or the same page over and over again, and it's not bookmarked, that should trigger something in your mind for you to say, this is inefficient. It's taking me way too many clicks to execute the task that I'm doing that's requiring me to continue to go to this page on a repetitive basis, on a daily basis, a regular basis. And it would be much easier if I just had access to it. As soon as that happens, you go into share the screen. You go into the you just grab the lock and you drag it down. Now, if you take a look at the way that I personally do my bookmarks, I'll show you how I regularly check in on this. It's like an oil change. Like every 3 months, you need to take yourself some time to do the bookmarks. I did my bookmarks right before I did this training because I didn't want it to look disgusting, and it needed a little bit of work. I probably spent 30 minutes cleaning it all up, and the tighter you keep it, and the tighter that you do it right the first time, the easier it is to clean it up when it's time to clean it up. So a lot of people will like to take this off or abbreviate this stuff. I'm actually anti-abbreviation. If you notice, I don't call this LU and FS and WW. MGI, their name is Measurable Genius University, so that is what they call themselves, so I consider that a word. In support calls, it tells you exactly what it is. You want to, the abbreviations still have to be interpreted in the mind, and they don't make sense to anyone else. When anyone on my team is doing a screen share or using my computer to help me out with whatever project I'm working on, they're able to navigate and find everything because it's so they run the same, philosophy on their computer, and it's just intuitive. Where would Spencer keep this, or where would I keep this if I were Spencer? And they just find it there. When you abbreviate things, it the brain still needs a second to interpret and translate. LU means level up. Okay, level up, as opposed to just going to level up. This seems ticky tacky, but your level of mastery is in direct proportion to the detail that you deem to be significant, the detail that matters. And so when you are operating your daily workflow and measuring by clicks as opposed by like time, minutes or hours, when you are continuously optimizing the way that you function, you sensitize yourself to extra clicks, and it just makes you more and more efficient. And you'll start feeling it anytime anyone in my organization is in front of me and like we're getting to like 6 or 7 clicks, they're like, oh my gosh, Spencer's counting. And I usually am, because this is now a mindset of clicks matter. The clicks that Every click matters. Every click is a second of time, and we're looking to optimize time and build a better relationship with it. And this is the first training on on time and attention and energy management. I also teach on how to use the calendar, which again is not really what you think it is. Just like no one thinks about bookmarks like this. Then I go into project management. Then I go into team management and just create hyper efficiencies through the different use and mindsets of technology. And that's what we do in our Level Up group and in my organization. Is like we live this culture of constantly looking for just cleaner, more simple, more easy ways to communicate information and to access information. So we're all speaking the same language. Then when you start working together with a team and everyone's got their bookmarks, it is the smallest thing that you can do to have the biggest impact on the confusion, frustration, and anxiety during the day. It's a game changer. So because the result is that profound and impactful, it's worth it for you to do this right. And so, as I was saying, whatever it is that you name things, again, they're all very, very simple. Workflow workshop folder. I don't need to write workflow workshop folder on this line. I already know that I'm in workflow workshop. So I'm also looking for redundancies in words. I'm looking for punctuation that doesn't mean anything. Does that period need to be there? The cleaner it is, the less information your brain needs to use in order to understand what it's looking at. Because if I'm to put a period at the end of folder here, my brain has to determine what that means. So it has to make a decision. Is this meaningful or should I disregard it? That decision takes processing power. And so when you bring in a Facebook group into your bookmarks, to flow state train. What does to mean? To me has no significance to communicating information to me. And so maybe I'll do Facebook group because I already know it's Facebook because of the icon. And so that is the proper way to do it. You will notice yourself slipping. You will notice yourself quickly pull something over. And when you make it a habit to be aware of the efficiencies, to continue to add things and remove things from your bookmarks, then at some point, it usually takes a few months when you're living this mindset. It's like the business has changed, a lot of things have changed, there's a lot of fat in the bookmarks. trim everything out and make it streamlined. Everything in my bookmarks is labeled absolutely properly. No, everything has a meaning. Everything has a meaning to it. And when you start operating under this mindset and you experience this for like 3 or 4 days, you will start to feel your mind opening up. You'll start to feel a certain drop in anxiety and like rise in calmness as you're operating through your day. When everything has its place, the mind is settled. And so doing that in relationship to access to assets, that's one step. The next step is the relationship that you have to task and time. And we use the calendar for that. And then next is the prioritization of tasks amongst many projects. That's what we use the project management system for. And as you go through each layer, your ability to execute quickly and precisely gets better and better and better. And so if you want to learn the calendar system and that project management system, I'm going to leave a link for you to get my workflow workshop. It's $97. It's about an hour and a half long, and I give you the templates for my calendar. I give you the calendar color coding system that I use to make it really easy on the eyes to understand what type of energy you need to show up during the day and where you're spending your time in terms of different areas of your life. And then I'm going to be giving you my workflow template as well that I use and all of my clients use to run businesses from mid 6 figures to up to 8 figures. And this is the baseline that you use in order to scale to big numbers. So each part of this creates a stability and certainty and clear communication with your team. And as you continue to clarify and make things more simple and easy, executing your plan, your project, your strategy becomes super simple. So if you want, get that workflow workshop. Not only do I give you those templates, but I also give you the trainings and like in the mindsets too of operating with time and task in your calendar and task to project in the workflow workshop. So get these bookmarks done, experience it for a week, and then reach out to me and let me know what impact it had by going to the Flow States Facebook group. It'll be in your bookmarks. Peace.